Welcome back everyone. In today's video I'm going to be making a cute cutout top inspired by the Acacia top, I don't know. For our materials we're going to be using two different nylon spandex fabrics, rubber elastic, and various sewing tools. And I'll be making a video showing you all the tools I use very soon, but for now there's a blog post on this topic in the description. This PDF pattern is also available in the description, so be sure to check that out. So as usual, the first step is going to be cutting out our pieces. I'm going to be cutting one of the front and one of the back piece in each of the fabrics. Next, we're going to cut our band pieces, cut one in each fabric, measuring 2 inches by about 30 to 40 inches. We're going to be cutting this piece in half later on. And finally, for our shoulder straps, you're going to cut one piece measuring 1.25 inches by about 16 to 20 inches. Make them longer if you're going to do adjustable straps or just tie around the neck. So these are all of our pieces. Match the fronts and the backs in each fabric with right sides together and pin the sides together. In our blue fabric, I'm going to be leaving a 1-inch hole so that we can make this top seamless and reversible. Do not forget to leave this hole, it is very important. Sewing the sides together, if you don't have a serger, simply use a zigzag stitch on a regular sewing machine. Next, we're going to take our band pieces and cut them in half. Line them up with the front piece, right sides together, and sew them together. No need to leave a hole this time. Now flip one piece to the right side out and insert it inside of the other. This will line up both pieces with right sides together. This step might look complicated, but you're simply just lining up each piece right sides together. So first we're going to be sewing the top seam. So this includes the neckline, the shoulder holes, and the top of the back. We're ignoring the rest of the suit for now. Do not try to sew the rest of the suit while we're doing this step. And I got a comment the other day about the way that I pin. It's the best practice to pin perpendicular to where you're sewing, and I just pin just to show you guys where I'm sewing. Afterwards, I'm going to add some elastic onto the neckline. I do this by sewing exactly where we just sewed, just adding elastic right on top. Moving on, we're going to insert our shoulder straps. So to make our straps, you're going to take our strap piece, fold it in half with right sides together, sew, then attach the elastic, and then flip the straps inside out. I've used these steps in all of my tutorials, but if you're confused, then I'll link my video explaining how to do this a little bit slower. Cut the strap in half to make 2 equal straps and insert them inside the strap openings of the top. Sew across to secure the straps. So now flip your suit back to the right side and line it back up. Do not skip this step. If you forget to take the suit back to the right side and you attempt to sew other parts of the suit, you're going to be left with this weird tube thing, and it's not a fun mistake to make. So after we've taken our suit back to the right side, we're going to locate our 1-inch hole. Reaching inside the hole, you're going to grab 2 layers of fabric that make up what will be the bottom seam. We're going to pull that fabric through and line it up. And here it is one more time so you can see how I'm starting this seam. I'm simply reaching below, grabbing the 2 layers of fabric that are right there and pulling them through, lining up that seam, right sides together. With this inside out method, we're going to be able to sew the entire rest of the suit. As you begin to sew, continue to pull the suit out, making sure you're only sewing 2 layers at a time and that they're facing right sides together. As you can see, as I start sewing and I start pulling things through, I'm able to make my way across the whole suit. When you hit that sharp corner where the band begins, stretch the fabric as much as you can until it's nearly straight. This way your serger knife won't cut it. And now we'll be moving on to the bands and the very bottom of the suit. This method can be kind of difficult to explain, but once you get it into your hands and you start making these pieces, then it makes a lot more sense. I've had a lot of questions on this method, but a lot of the times people will message me with a question and then 5 minutes later they'll figure it out. So definitely try, guess and check, and you will get the hang of it. Now we're going to take our suit back to the right side. Seam rip 2 holes in the back where we're going to insert our straps. Go ahead and insert those straps, and then going back into that 1-inch hole, we're going to sew again across the top line to secure the straps in place. I decided to add some more elastic, so after sewing the straps in, I sewed some elastic just on the bottom of the back piece. Now we're going to take our suit back to the right side one more time, and using an invisible stitch, we're going to finish off the final hole. If you don't know how to do this, then I have a video on this topic that will be linked in the description. And this is how the suit turns out. It's so cute. I'm really happy with what I did with it. I did make a few adjustments to the pattern to perfect the fit a little bit, but I do like having the tie in the back. It allows a bunch of different sizes to fit. I know I have an issue with sizing where my waist size is always too big and the bust size is too small, so having the adjustable straps, it definitely helps to stop that problem from happening. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next week with another swimwear tutorial.